Wow.
But didn't I say that's when we were comparing him and Luka?
Froggy. Yeah, but you don't hear Spo. You don't hear
Spo doesn't
Spo.
know. He doesn't do that. But here's the problem. This happens across sports. You ask a guy to do a job on your team, whatever that team may be, and at that moment, I was told a long time ago, you can only be the best person on your team at doing your job. That's what keeps that job for you. You can't be the best. For example, you can't be the best running back on Dallas if you play for Minnesota. Because the best running back in Dallas might not get you the job in Minnesota based on what they're asking you to do. And so the one thing I will say is that there's a lot of guys like that, it almost seems like they should be doing something else, and Spoels say, no, he had a good game. He's doing what we asked him to do. My only contention is this, is that in order for him to grow as an all-around elite basketball player, at some point, the scoring aspect of his game is going to have to pick up. Right? Not saying that he's doing poorly or that whatever, but when you see that guy shoot that smooth three-pointer or shoot, from the elbow, it seems like he does it pretty fluidly. And I would like to see there's times where he gets to that spot and he'll turn his back to the goal and do the handoff or whatever. And I'm like, yo, if that's your shot, go ahead on and take it. I want to see him take that step.
But also, I think Spoelstra would tell you that a lot of that stuff that you're talking about, what drives you nuts, is also key to them running their offense because he's a big part of that.
But that's why I'm not saying he's garbage because he doesn't score or he doesn't shoot. What I'm saying is to get to that elite level, right? He's going to have to be a guy that can make those shots on a consistent basis, or at least take those shots. That's all I'm saying. As currently constructed, what he's asked to do with the Heat, right? He can only be elite for the Heat. Because doing that for a lot of other teams won't be good enough.
I don't agree with that.
Okay.
I don't agree with that.
All right.
So you're telling me a guy who has the defensive, the passing, the knowledge that he has throughout the game, you don't think that's valuable throughout the league?
No, but he's not here. If he goes to another team, most other teams have ball handlers. Most other teams, either have a big or they use a guy with his athleticism to be more of a scorer. Not just do the things he does with the Heat.
But they have others, like they have other scorers on the Heat though. Like I would say like if you're saying like if Bam were to go to a team where there probably were less stars, you don't think that he would probably take more shots and his numbers wouldn't be up?
But that's what I'm saying. And like I need to until we see him do that, it's hard to compare him and Luka. Because he can only be great with what the Heat ask him to do.
I don't think you should compare him with Luka. He's not at Luka's. I don't think you can put Bam in Luka's class. Luka's a better player. No one. I don't think there's a Heat fan that wouldn't.
It wasn't Luka we had the argument with. It was where you said more accomplished.
That was Jokic.
And I want you, Jokic. Okay, Jokic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same. I'm not. Look.
Well, I mean, he took Jokic's lunch money.
Yes, he did. But I'm not saying that.
And by the way, Luka loves his lunch money. Loves it.
I'm not saying in any way, shape, or form that Bam's not an excellent player. All I'm saying is that next step is a more complete player, not just being great at what the Heat ask him to do.
Let's hear a little bit from Bam. This is what Bam had to say when he heard that Spo had his back.
He's worried about the way I helped this team win. And everybody's got opinions on the way I helped this team win. So, we in October didn't even know didn't anybody know who I was. And now everybody's got all these opinions saying how I should do things, when I should do it, how I should do it. But you didn't have an opinion or didn't care about me. We was in October going into preseason. Yeah, preseason. So it's I respect him totally for it, and he understands. He knows where we came from, and I'm starting to flourish now. So biggest thing, he just wants me to impact win and help this team. So other people got opinions, but they didn't have opinions in October.
Yeah, talking to you, Greg Popovich.
I would also say this, is that one of the things that you have to give Spo credit for is that he's gotten a lot of guys to buy in. A lot of guys to buy in with the whole attitude of don't worry about your numbers.
Well,
you can make an impact on this team in a lot of different ways. Don't worry about just looking at the stat line. We got Hassan in trouble, which sometimes got Philly Cheese in trouble.
I think what's fascinating about it is this is, we talked about this with Caron Butler, is the young guys being able to go and get their numbers for this team this year has been so much different. And I'm mostly talking offense, because normally the way people are broken into the Heat system is you have to do the small stuff first, defense first,
first.
Do all that type of stuff. And Bam was on a situation where he came in, and I think part of this also helped that he was in a similar role in college, where he was kind of did the small stuff type of guy, where everybody else was allowed to go do the fun stuff. And so, he was in a situation here where they had Hassan Whiteside on a max contract. That was the starting center. He wasn't going to be the starting center with Hassan, because it's not really a great basketball match the way Spo likes to play. So he really also didn't get that chance to really flourish until this year, just because his position was kind of clogged up. We didn't really get to see it till like the second half of last year of what he really can be unlocked. When Hassan, they were just kind of like bleep it with Hassan. They were going to move on from him anyway.
Yeah, I can see that. I agree.
Look,
Spo's right, and so is Bam. But I would say, before I'm willing to put him amongst the elite, I want to see his game expand a little bit. Not saying he has to do it for, now. But when I see situations where he's standing on the foul line by himself, I think that we all would like to see him feel comfortable just going on and taking that open 15 to 18-foot jumper.
Texter writes in, "Hey, Bam, welcome to sports. Higher pro, more criticism." That guy seems fun. Let's get to headlines. Robbie, what do we have as far as news today?
Well, as you know, the Heat, Pacers, 1 o'clock. Pregame set for 11:45, and now the most important factor about this game that everyone's wondering about, the line.
Well, I think, you are probably. What do we got today?
The Heat are 4-point favorites, just like they were in the last game.
Okay.
Victor Oladipo, he says he's confident that he feels like he's going to play, but that hasn't been decided yet whether he's going to play or not.
Interesting. Well, we'll see what old Cormier has to say, because he had that Franken eye earlier in the series.
Goran Stipe.
Stipe Crowder.
Hey, Leroy don't fall for the popularity contest in Luka versus Bam. Have the guts to call Bam a star before he ascends to one, and then we'll want to jump on the bandwagon. No, that's like, okay. I'll reserve, that's not a big deal. Me and Tobin are different in that way, is that he's already named Tua Hall of Famer, and I haven't seen him play football yet.
I mean,
that's okay.
Sitting here, and we don't know if we're going to start him. All right,
he hasn't made the stock report yet. Either way, up or down, he has not made the stock report.
He hasn't even said that. He hasn't said we don't know who's going to start.
I could read through the lines.
There you go. You can read it through the lines to say exactly what you wanted him to say.
After the Heat game's over, 3:30, you got Thunder and Rockets. Rockets are 2.5-point favorites. In or out on that, guys?
I'm in on that series.
I'm in.
Serious.
Does
I'm
it
in.
depend on whether the Heat win or lose? Because like if the Heat win, like you're gonna be in a better mood to watch basketball. If the Heat lose, you're gonna be too angry. You're not even gonna bother watching the next game.
That's fair. I mean, I'm definitely if the Heat lose, I will be more sour, but I don't think they're going to lose. I think that they're going to go TCB. So
Yeah.
I'll have a nice day of basketball in front of me.
And after,
So if the Heat win, your basketball will be better.
Oh yeah, house money game. Yeah, because I can watch everything. I can watch. You know what I'm going to be doing? I'm going to be doing a big old. I'm taking out Robbie. You know what Magic and Bucks is today. It's a notebook game.
oh,
It's a notebook game for a couple reasons. We got to be watching the old BL, the body language on Giannis. Seeing how frustrated he is.
Hey, I'm telling you what. If I get a body language text, I'm driving up there and chopping you in the throat. I'm telling you,
Why?
body language.
If he
The
is
guy's
showing,
gonna win the MVP. How could he have bad body language?
it's a tell. If he has a problem today, if the Bucks, I'll even say if they struggle to beat the Magic, if they struggle or lose to the Magic today, you got to take some inventory on Giannis's body language.
You know what this has the making of? You remember when the 76ers won that first game with from the Lakers with Allen Iverson?
stepped over Tyronn Lue.
You ever heard of?
You remember that? And what happened?
Gentlemen sweep. Lakers won the next one.
Yep.
You ever heard of an purr? Everybody knows purr, right?
Oh yeah, per yeah.
All right, purr. That's eye roll purr. Eye roll player efficiency rating, Leroy. I gotta see what's going on with Giannis.
That's stupid.
Well, all
What are you
right.
doing?
13
You're
point
not gonna
favorites.
be watching the basketball. You're just gonna be watching body language.
Yep.
You're a body language expert.
Yep.
We need to
got-
put your ass on CNN for when they go to court.
You heard of true percentage? True shooting percentage?
Oh yeah, great stat.
All right, this is due shooting percentage. Dap up shooting percentage. See who he's dapping up. There's no dap ups if you're leaving people hanging.
You can't dap up in a pandemic.
Frosty. Nah,
They've
you
been
can
high
dap up.
fiving like crazy.
They've been
in
high
these
fiving like nuts. They haven't been following that rule. They go right there. They hit the old Purell afterwards.
You ready? He said, Leroy, remember to wear a mask when you go to Chuck Norris chop Tobin's neck.
That, by the way, the Bucks are 13-point favorites in the game tonight.
13-point favorites.
What do you think, Robbie?
I'm going to take the 13 points.
That's juicy.
Hey, that is pretty juicy. I feel like they want you to take the Magic, though. I feel like the
I'll
Bucks,
take the 13 points.
you're taking the Magic in the 13. You're gonna lay the 13 with the Bucks.
I'm taking the Magic.
Oh,
You know why? Because if it gets that bad, they're going to sit Giannis and sit all the guys, and there's a bunch of bums before him.